All right. Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see. Let's make sure. Yep, I see the volume moving. That's good. I've got numbers moving, so that means I'm recording. So, welcome. Welcome to Wednesday's Fun Fold. Let's see. Last week I did a live, but I didn't do a Fun Fold video. This week I didn't do a live, but I'm doing a Fun Fold video. So, you know, life gets a little crazy and time slips away from me. But welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Jennifer Olea. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I love all things paper crafting fun. Um, and if you have stumbled upon this video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. For the most part, on Wednesdays, I do a fun fold. I also do a live that you can find on Facebook or YouTube. If you subscribe to my email, then on Wednesdays, I give you a link to the current video and also the recipe for the card. Um, Sorry, something's making a noise behind me. My printer's being kind of weird back there. And yeah, so paper crafting fun is what I'm all about. I love it. Paper, ink, stamps, dies, bling. I don't know what else. What else do I have in this crafting casita? I've got lots of stuff that I get to play with. So I am super excited today to show you a fun fold card. I've had some discussion if a card is really a card if it can't stand up on its own. My last class we discussed it. My last in-person class we discussed it, and they all were like, "No, it's a card. It doesn't matter if it can stand up on its own. You could always prop up that card uh, against your lamp or against a frame, or it can have its own little easel." So today's card is kind of going with that theme. So let me make the table bigger so that you can see. This is where you can find me on all the socials. And I'm super easy to find. I think I'm easy to find. Anyway, this is the card that we're going to be making. This is the card that inspired it. This was made, I got Miss Swap, but I did not bring her name over here. But it's a lovely card. And look at that Week of Stella right there. I think her name was Nora. Look at that Week of Stella. That is gorgeous. And then the card's going to open up like this. Okay. So this is the card that inspired the card we're going to be making today. The card we're going to be making today is this guy right here. I wanted something Valentine's, but not so like lovey-dovey. So just kind of generic Valentine's. So let's get out what we're going to play with. Not this yet. And if you sign up for the email, then you will have the measurements, and I typically put them like in the description of the video. I did not bring them over with me, so we're just going to, oh, I need them because we have to do some scoring. So I actually need these measurements. So we are going to start with a piece of basic red. This is going to be your base. And this is 4¼ by 5½. Okay, we have that guy. This is what we're going to score, and it's going to fold over. This is, what is this? 4 by 11. And then we're going to score it. Let me get my trimmer out so we can score it. We're going to score it at 2¾ 2 3/4. I'm not sure why this guy always wants to leave its track for some reason now. I think I'm a little too rough with it. 2 3/4 and by 8. So we're going to swing this arm out and do some measuring. All right, 8 right there. You want to make sure it's a score blade and not the trimmer blade. right? All right, so I think we're done with this guy. We're gonna fold it like so. And I have a bone folder in here. I had a, yesterday I went to a Girl Scout troop and I didn't really know what to expect, but they're going to make Valentine's cards to give to seniors. So I was like, yeah, I could come and they could make one of the cards and stuff. And they were fascinated by the bone folder. And it was interesting because it was like daisies through whatever the older Girl Scouts are called, not like Girl Scouts. Because there's daisies, brownies, and then Girl Scouts. I used to be a Girl Scout when I was, wait, this isn't right. This is not right. Let's cut this because this is not 4 inches. Okay, so I do need my trimmer. But they were fascinated by the bone folder and how it made your card go from how it kind of props open just a little bit to lay flat. They're very fascinated by that. All right, now I think we might be cooking with gas here. Let's see. I think so. Yep. Okay. So it's 4 inches by 11, scored at 2 3/4 and 8 inches. Now we're going to have designer series paper. That is going to go here. Okay, so let's do that. If I had adhesive. All right, we're going to put this guy on like so. Now, if you want this card to stand up, all you have to do is make your piece tent style card, right? That would be easy enough. Okay, we're going to do some stamping over here, but we're also going to do some die cutting and some embossing. So we have this embossing folder. It is really, really cute. It's got the hearts on it. You guys see that? You guys see how it's it's warped like this? I think I figured out why it warps like that. I think when you run it through the machine and it's not sandwiched correctly, and by sandwiched correctly, I mean you have the right layers. So if you, let's move all this stuff and I'll show you. If I noticed in one of my classes, one of my ladies ran it like this, right? So this was on top. And so it went through because the thickness was correct, but I think it made it pop open like that, which is no big deal. The folder still works, but that's why you sandwich it with this acrylic plate. And actually, that's not correct. We don't want these sandwiches. Anybody getting hungry for lunch? Talking about sandwiches. You want this guy. You want the dark gray plate and just the big platform to get that embossed. Like so. Okay. And then you have your emboss piece, right? And let's see, what else am I'm die cutting. I know what I'm die cutting. I am die cutting a heart and some letters. So I want this sandwich. Okay, this is a piece of scrap paper. This is designer series paper. I don't know from where. It looks so familiar, but the name is escaping me. But I want the X's and O's. And it has the adhesive sheet on the back of it already, right? It's from my stash. You guys have seen that little box that I have. And so I thought it was just the perfect colors to go with this card. And then I am, do I have the vellum? Did I cut the vellum? I have vellum. And I'm going to put the adhesive on the vellum sheets because I'm going to do this heart. And so I am going to cut it just a little bit smaller than this square, like so. I just cut it all off like that, and then just trim a little bit off like that. This way. All right, now I am going to, there's a little crease right there. Okay, I'm going to do the little one first. And I'm going to do this right here so I don't move the machine again. But we're just going to put it on like so, and then peel the big piece off and push it down. Like so. Okay. Now we're going to flip it over because we're going to put the die cut on this side because that's the side that I want facing up. We're using this heart die to get the swirly heart. Okay. So let's spread this through like so. And take these out. Now you have this guy too, which has adhesive on it. You could use this. It would be cute if you had like a little key right there, which we just had a suite that had like motel key rings. That would be really cute. Like the old school plastic motel key rings. Anything vintage. And by vintage, I mean 1980 something. I appreciate. All right. So there's all these little tiny pieces that are popping out. But there is our heart. Oops. Right there. Okay. All right. Let's put that on the plate so I don't lose it. Get rid of these scraps. Like so. And we are going to decorate the front. Pop out this X and O. And there's also this little tiny heart right there that you could use for something if you don't lose it. There we go. I am also working on, you guys, if you're a regular watcher, you know that I have a part-time gig and I work with little kids. And so I'm doing Valentine's for them today. Okay, so we've got those pieces. We're going to, let's attach this guy onto here like so. Now I will tell you, you know how the card that I said inspired this card? I tried to use the Week of Stella with the hearts and I just didn't like it. So we're going with the matte look here. Okay, we are going to take, so this guy right here is layered. This is, what is this, 2 3/4. And so this has to be 3. But first we're going to stamp and we're going to do a little tone on tone. Okay, so the stamp set that I'm using and the dies come from the Endless Love die or bundle. Okay, there's the stamps. There's the dies. And we're going to, excuse me, do a little tone on tone. So some real red ink on some real red paper. And the way I did this is corner to corner.
Melanie Soy.
like so. Okay. Like that. All right. Now we're going to attach this guy. Like so. And we're going to just peel the backing off, right? Like so. And then you just decide if you want it straight, if you want it angled. I like the angled look. We're going to do these little XOs. Probably should have put these on first, make sure I had enough room. I think we might do it like this. Okay. And then we're like pretty done with our card. Oh, no, we still have to do the inside. And my nails are not working, or my fingers aren't working. But look at how cute that little O is with a little heart in there. I think it's adorable. That'd be really cute if you, like for the word joy or something. That'd be cute with a little heart. Just got to make sure that the heart's the right way, right? All right. So we are going to put this guy right here on the front. So we're just going to add adhesive on the top part, right? We're not going to put it on the bottom because this guy has to open. So I did like 3 lines. Oops. Like so. It's going to go, I think I did the sample more center, but I think this guy we're going to put up a little bit higher. Like so. Oh, here we go. I can even do that. And then this whole thing is going to go on this red base to pop it, right? Like so. And I have a inside layer. This is 3.5 by 5. These, so the Girl Scouts, they did Happy Valentine's Day cards for a few senior centers. And so the inside just said Happy Valentine's Day. So this is the stamp that they used last night. Happy Valentine's Day. And I kept calling it a birthday card. Pretty sure they thought I was crazy. All right. And then I'm going to do some hearts down here too, just like we did. I think that's good. I don't think I want to do another one. All right. Put this on the inside. And then that is our card. Like so. So that's our Valentine's card. I think it's cute. I like it. Perfect. We could even add these little guys if we wanted. If I could peel them off, we'll see if my fingers will work. I could peel the backing off. Oh, goodness. I don't know. I threw the other ones away because, oop, there it goes. Because I was like, no, I'm not going to do it, but there we go. All right. So that is our card for today. Thank you guys so much for being here and for enjoying the paper crafty fun that we love to have here in the casita, if you're local or online. If you're watching this video, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. If you create a project that is inspired by this card, let me know. On my Facebook page, the business page, I always put a graphic that will look, it'll have this picture, this card, and then I encourage you to post it And that way we share and create um, and inspire each other, right? Because that's what paper crafting fun is all about, just having a good time and inspiring each other. So I will be here live next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Arizona time. Would love to say hi, let me know you're here, and chat with you while I create another project. Hopefully today you have a little time to have some paper crafting fun, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.